I put my heart in this box. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe a car and they rock us. These promoters is sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fans when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by hate, you don't see the real enemy. You motherfucker be tempting me. Don't like your energy, you think you pimping me. If I for over 500 centuries, no penitentiary. I'm smoking plenty weed. I don't need no sympathy. Earl Spin versus Crawford gon' be all the time. Regardless of who win or lose, they still gon' be in the Hall of Fame. So I ain't even in my feelings. Regardless of the rain, I'm chillin'. Numb to the pain, no feeling. Can't do the same dope feeling. Well, guilty, but I ain't no feeling. Lost my top, so it ain't no ceiling. Ryan versus Tank, just fight, I'm not feeling. Cause we already know that Tank gon' kill him. I wanna see Tank versus Devin Haney. Even Frank Moore. What about Shakur? Boxing is not a sport that we can afford. Cause we know that rich people ride the poor. This I cannot ignore. I never been shot before. The pain is burning inside. My people died. It's just like a hunter who shot a boar. Damn. I put my heart in this box. They be like, y'all need to stop it. We swipe our card and they rob us. These promoters is sharks and they partners. It's gonna be hard trying to stop us. Speaking for the fan when I say they offended me. But really, y'all part of the problem. Blinded by hate, you don't see the real enemy.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that's rocking with me. And yeah, we back in the kitchen. There's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shit. Well, I guess we was all entertained yesterday by that press conference. I'm still a little excited off of it. Just now calming down a little bit. Looked over this fight again. I meant to do this video days and days ago, but a lot of other shit been interrupting me. But yeah, let's talk about it. I believe that Keyshawn, the boss man, Davis, straight up out of Norfolk, Virginia. Shout out to the DMV. I believe he was humbled. He was humbled. I think he was humbled. When I say humbled, I don't mean exposed. No, I don't think he was exposed. But you was definitely humbled. That shit you was talking before the fight, yeah. I know you can see clearly now that the goddamn rain is gone. So, yeah, you was humbled. Shout out to Nair Albright. Got a lot of heart. You came out there with a chip on your shoulder. You wanted to prove some shit. Like I said, Keyan Davis was not exposed. And to be humbled, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's a lot of fighters have been humbled throughout their career. You know, it's a lot of fighters get humbled. It don't mean you was punked. It just mean you realize that it ain't what you thought it was, bro. And you kind of had to respect him. You didn't want to respect him, but he made you respect him. You respect shit out of him now. When you see him now, you gonna dap him up and shit at fights. Yeah, you gonna dap him up now. You respect him. Because one thing you know, you landed your best shit, but that shit didn't do what you thought it was gonna do. See, Keyshawn Davis also is definitely the competitiveness and the awkwardness and the will to fight in Nair Albright that made that a much tougher fight than we expected and what Keyshawn Davis expected. Nair Albright came to fight. And he, you know, this is the first time we seen you get hit flush several times. So he was very tricky, very awkward, and that motherfucker can fight. He can box. He was aggressive at times. But Keyshawn Davis came out in that fight like, man, I'm just looking for this knockout punch. I'm finna catch you with this right and stop you, bro. You were looking for a highlight reel knockout, which caused you to get hit a lot, which caused him to sting you with the jab. He was catching you with some clean shots. I think he had decent power. I don't think he was just no pillar-fisted fighter. The motherfucker got decent power. He hit you real clean in the ninth round with that right hand. Also, when he caught you with the right hand, you had just hurt him. You had just hurt him with a fucking leaping ass overhand right. You hurt him. Had him against the ropes. Another thing that surprised you, Albright got some of that 90s, 80s shit in him. You know, he kind of fight like them dudes back in the game. You know, he kind of got a 70s style. But, you know, because he be, you know, them shoulders be square and shit. But No, he got an old style. You know, he fight like a much older fighter. But what surprised Keyshawn Davis, because you don't see this in a lot of fighters. I don't know if it's the milk they was fed. I don't know if it's this new milk. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the meat. I don't know what it is, but fighters' chins ain't the same as it was in the 70s and the 80s. I'm gonna tell you something. Real shit. Ali, to me, got the most granite chin in boxing of all time. It would have to be Ali, Hagler, maybe Julio Cesar Chavez. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, top 3. But definitely Ali. I think he got the chin of our chins. Shit. The way he was hit by Shavers and the way Joe Frazier kept catching him with that mean ass left hook. But anyway, fighters back then recovered real quick. Ali got hurt every time Joe Frazier landed that left hook. And he would immediately recover. Fighters don't immediately recover no more. Not like that. It ain't many, bro. I think Tank got a hell of a goddamn chin. It is certain fighters, but fighters get hurt and they stay hurt longer. You know, no. Top 3, Ali, Hagler, and Holyfield. Because Holyfield will recover 57 times in a fight. And I'm just telling you, not a lot of these young fighters, we be scared for them to get hit flush. Because we don't know if it's down goes Frazier. We just don't know. We don't know. Chins are very suspect these days. You know, you just never know till they get hit. So I think we need to start finding that shit out a little more early in their career. You know, just like the brother Trayvon Marshall. And they put him in there with that. What's that dude? He a veteran fighter, got a lot of amateur fights. Yeah, he ain't got but 7 professional fights, but that dude got a lot of fucking amateur fights. He's a Cuban fighter, very awkward, devastating power. And they put Trayvon Marshall in there with him, and we saw what happened, bro. He wasn't able to recover. So, and don't get me wrong, anybody can get knocked out cold with the right shot. But dudes back then, bro, they got hit with shit. They got hit with some shit. And these new fighters, I just don't know. I question a lot of chins. But anyway, Nair Albright, that motherfucker kept recovering. You heard him about 7 times. He recovered every time. He recovered. And you wasn't used to that. You like I said, you was looking for a highlight reel knockout. You was going in there to knock him out. You wasn't going to beat his ass. You know, another thing I noticed, I noticed this a lot about a lot of young fighters. When you hit them with your best shit and you about a 6-7 round and he ain't went down and he done took all your shit, y'all kind of cruise through that shit. See, that's why I like fighters like Earl Spence. Earl Spence will beat you down. He will not, just because he ain't hurting you right now, he is going for the finish. He don't care if it happened in the 10th round, the 11th round, or even the 12th round. He coming in to stop you, bro. He got relentless pressure, and that just his goal to beat you down to submission, to where they throw in the towel or the ref stop that fight. That's what he not just depending on one punch knockout power. You can't do that with everybody, bro. You do got power. Don't get it twisted. Keyshawn Davis punching, but now your Albright was a game dog, and you wasn't expecting that. You really thought he was soft. You thought he was soft. Like I said, bro, when you see him at fights now, you gonna dap him up, and you gonna come to him and dap him up and shit. Y'all gonna be taking pictures now and shit like that because he got your respect, bro. He made you respect him. He made you respect him, bro. So, and you know another thing, I said you're gonna be a superstar. I don't know. I said you're gonna be one of the faces of boxing in about 4 more years. I don't know. Which leads me to say this. Because you trying to be a villain just like Shakur is. It's working more for Shakur. It ain't working as much for you. A lot of fans don't like you, bro. A lot of it come from that Frank Morton shit. You know, because you be talking mad shit about black fighters, and I noticed that shit. You try to do that shit to get hot. I don't think that method gonna work for you, bro. Just let your skills show And you ain't gotta overly talk shit to your opponent. You tried to bully Albright, bro, but you learned, bro. You can't bully him. So, but I think you is gonna be a star. I just don't know if you're gonna be one of the faces of boxing. But I definitely think that you are the goods. I think you are a special fighter. But I'm gonna say this too. It would be nice to see you continue the legacy. Well, I ain't gonna say legacy, but continue to do what Pernell Whitaker done. Because Pernell Whitaker was one of the very few fighters that, as good as he was, bro, he was not no superstar. He wasn't that big, bro. Pernell Whitaker was not no big name like that. He was not a huge star or none of that shit. It's a lot of fighters that wasn't as good as him but had way bigger names. He wasn't that big. But he was loved in Virginia. And he had a lot of his fights in Norfolk, Virginia, which is dope to me. And really, Pernell Whitaker was one of them dudes. He didn't really give a fuck about being a superstar. He just loved to fight in front of his people. He just represented Virginia real tough. Yeah, he loved the city. I think you need to start fighting in your home city, bro. Because the way they supported Pernell, bro, I don't know if you'll get that much support as Pernell got, because he a legend for real. But I definitely think you'll get a lot of support. I think you and your brothers, I think if y'all start fighting in Virginia, bro, you'll get a lot of support out that DMV area. I really believe that. But let's say this. For one, you got a hell of a jab. Hell of a jab. But just like a lot of these young fighters, you neglect it when you're trying to look for the knockout. If you come behind the jab with everything, bro, you precise as shit. You way more precise when you come behind the jab and you measure your shots. When you just looking for a counterpunch knockout, it doesn't work for you, bro. Especially with them kind of it work with certain kind of fighters you've been fighting, but it don't work with an Albright. You was looking for counters a little too much. I feel like you one of them fighters that don't know your own strength. I feel like you should have been more aggressive and walked him down. I don't think he should have been walking you down at any point in that fight, because you are the bigger puncher. And I think you was stronger. He was strong, but you was stronger. You just didn't act like it. You didn't act like it. You didn't show your strength. You really didn't show your footwork. But I would have rather you walk him down with the jab and come over him with the straight right. Oh, let me say this. That body work. Ooh. Keyshawn Davis is one of the most precise body punchers in boxing, in my opinion. The body work, and had you went to the body more, you definitely would have broke him down. Every time you hit him to the body, he winced. That's how you hurt him that one time, when you went to the body, then you caught him with an overhand right, and that buckled him, but he immediately recovered. But so this motherfucker might be barking at a fucking bird. Hold on. Sit down. You better sit down. Crazy motherfucker. Fucking up my shit. Motherfucker barking at birds and shit. Them birds do be trying to sneak and eat that dog food. Them some brave motherfuckers. Cause them some big ass pigs I got in my yard. You know, them birds be trying to sneak that dog food. But anyway, the body work is amazing. But like I said, had you went to the body more, you were just head hunting too much, and you were just looking for a big counter too much. I would like to see you lead the action more. Stop waiting on counter so much. And another thing I hate, hey, is it called the Philly shell? I just hate that so many black fighters, the shit Floyd did. I just hate that so many black fighters try that shit, bro. Bro, listen, nobody mastered that shit like Floyd, and none of you motherfuckers got the defense Floyd had. Shakur close though, but you don't listen, bro. If you don't work that shit right, you can get hit flush with a left hook. That style is a motherfucker with a precise left hook with power, bro, can knock you the fuck out with that fucking shell you keep showing, bro. Because I love the feints though. Yeah, when you drop your left a little bit, and you know, I like your feints. I love the feints. You got good head movement. You got great feet. You just didn't show it in that fight. You definitely got power to get anybody in trouble but you're not a great finisher. Just got to throw that out there. You're not a great finisher, and that's something you're gonna learn within fights. That sometimes if you don't look for it, just let it come. You know, most knockout artists say that when I don't look for it, it just comes. So I think you'll get a lot more stoppage if you just focus on beating ass. Like I say earlier, be consistent with beating their ass. Be consistent, keep that jab in their face. You come behind that jab, like I said, that's when you're the most successful. That's when you're the most accurate. All that shit, bro. You got to come behind that jab. I know you be looking for other spectacular punches to throw, and you do little slick shit, and you throw awkward punches, just off rhythm ass punches, but when you come behind that jab, it works the best for you. So, and like I said, them hooks to the body you throw is precise, crisp. But you wasn't exposed. Like I said in my couple videos before, if you notice, most black fighters, they don't get matched up against a young, hungry black fighter early in their career. They don't do that, bro. And when it comes to non-blacks, a lot of times they get, like the Triple G's, like Cole, they get set up against older black fighters to get knockouts and make them look good and shit like that. And a lot of young black fighters fight older Mexicans and shit like that. So that's the way they promote boxing. But they don't put a young black fighter in there with another young, hungry black fighter. So this is results you get. It don't mean he ain't Keyshawn Davis ain't the shit. He ain't used to fighting young, hungry black fighters. You been fighting a certain style, bro. And yeah, I know you fought all over the world, but boy, ain't nothing like black fighters in America. I'm telling you, we the best, been the best, and that's the toughest style. Because he figured out your rhythm before you figured out his. And it was awkward for you, bro. You wasn't prepared for it. You know, you thought he was gonna be flat-footed and shit. No, bro. He had very educated feet. So, let me say this too. I'm gonna get off this motherfucker, but where is Keyshawn Davis at in his career? This is what I say. I think 2024, you need about 4 to 5 fights. That's what I would be pushing. Keep you active. Keep you as active as possible. Yeah, 2024, about 4 fights. And at the end of that year, because 2025, I think you're a contender, a real contender by 2025. But 2024, you need to work. You need 4 fights. But at the end of that year, I want to see you against, and not Frank Martin, because even though I think you will be better than Frank Martin within time, in time it will reveal, you will be better, but right now you're not ready for Frank. Frank is contender status. You are not there. Listen, I think you'll be better than him in the future, but right now, bro, no. Frank is on, you need to fight Tanks and Shakurs and shit like that. I don't think no. So, you need to quit even talking about this shit. But JoJo Diaz would be a good fight. Jermaine Ortiz, that'll be a good one. But the fight I would want to see you fight at the end of 2024 against Kid Austin, bro. Because Kid Austin look like he finna get the fight with JoJo Diaz. That's gonna be a hell of a fight for him. And it's gonna really show a lot. JoJo Diaz, that's another, I like JoJo Diaz. But that motherfucker educated with that left hand. But that's a good fight for Kid Austin. I do think he will win, but I think it's gonna be he's gonna be tested against JoJo. But if he get past JoJo like I think he will, I think, and say you fight Jermaine Ortiz sometime in the summer of 2024, the end of that year, bro, Kid Austin versus Keyshawn Davis, that fight gonna make or break you. Cause Kid Austin is coming for you. You ain't finna be walking him down. He's coming for you, and he big, and he's strong, and I think he's stronger than you. I think he got devastating power. I think you got better fundamentals, but I think he got the power to stop you. He got the power to stop you. He aggressive, he mean, and he'll fight your ass. It ain't just got to be a boxing display. Kid Austin mean. I'm just telling you, but I think I would favor you, though. I think you better. But that fight, the end of 2024, you beat him 2025, bro. You ready for a world title. But I'm telling you, you keep talking about Frank. Kid Austin is your fight. That is your fight. That's the fight to really show the world some shit. And that fight will make you a star. That fight will make you a star. But like I said, I don't know about Top Rank. You know, they just like PBC. They push the black versus something else agenda. And I don't know if they may say the fight won't sell enough for them to. And also, I think 2024, you need to start headlining. Right now, you're doing co-mains. 2024, I think, especially the summer, if you can get that Jermaine Ortiz fight in the summer after a fight before that, I think that should be a main event. So I think you need to start headlining. And yeah, that Kid Austin fight, bro. I'm telling you right now, that's the fight for you. That's the fight for you. So yeah, this is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.